June 3rd, 2023. I have this dream that I get an invitation from a radio station, and it says if I show up on this invitation that I'll get a gift. So as I went, and it was at a park setting, I noticed my Aunt Bonnie there, which she's no longer with us, and I knew she was protecting me. So I see the gift that they gave me. It was like the Illuminati lightning bolt. It's like that lightning bolt, and it was silver with the blue in it, and I knew that's a judgment on Jesus for them infiltrating regular people to go there so that they'll listen to evil music. Then it turns into, and I really can say this about it, when I got it, I thought, this is cheap, this is horrible, why did I come here to even get this gift? And I threw it down and walked away. Didn't want no part of it. Then I'm at a Blue October concert, and prior to this I asked God about Blue October. Are they in the Illuminati? And this is my answer. I got it in a dream. And in this dream, Justin Furtherston from Blue October is singing, and then I heard Jesus. He said this, "Christine, are you lusting Blue October?" I said no, because I was listening to Heaven's music. And then he said, "You disrespected Heaven's music's unknowingly." So as I'm in this dream, I left my purse there and walked with a broke, swelled up foot down the street from the concert. And then there was a man in a wheelchair in the middle of the street, and I was trying to help him with my broken foot and with him in a wheelchair. Now, what does this symbolize? Okay, a Christian that's walking with these type of musicians and all that, you might as well say you have no ground. You're not standing on solid ground. That guy was in a wheelchair, not having any God. He was just totally cold and dead looking. My foot was the only thing that was messed up, and it was my left foot. So that means you're not stepping in with God when you're listening to these filthy musicians. And then I had, right after that, I walk into this house, and it's my ex-sister-in-law's house. And as I entered it, I heard Jesus in my mind say, "It's a hoarder house." So as I walked up, I'm looking at the kitchen cabinets, but it's not what her kitchen is now, but it was in another house, so this is resembling her house. I look, and you know, like how you have the veneer on your cupboards to where it looks like fake wood or a fake paneling on there that you could peel off that veneer. It had that on there, and I was told that that's a Christian with veneers on. Like outward you look somewhere, but it didn't look good at all, and inward there was nothing there at all. So as I moved to the right to go look, I look at this room, and it had stuff in there from the past. Coffee, those glass coffee things from 1950s of all kinds in there. There had to have been like 10 of them. And I was told that that person's mind is empty and too much in the past, and they're not really there in their mind. They're hoarding things from the past in their mind that they have to unclutter and ask God to wash that out of their head and get back into a deeper walk with God. And that house, it was horrible. Then it switches that I'm into another dream, and I'm walking outside of my house, and I'm looking in my backyard, and I see this marijuana plant in my yard. I don't smoke weed, and I'm like, what is this doing on my yard? So I'm looking at it, and then this man comes out of nowhere, and he's like, "Can I plant these plants here? I need to make money for my son's birthday, for his birthday gift." And I says, "Well, I don't care if you plant it there." So there's two that planted there. So is someone like that in your life planting that stuff with you, and are you acceptant of it? You shouldn't be acceptant of anything like that. But then it changes to where I felt sad for him, and I says, "Look, I'll take you," because he was crying that he needed to get his son's birthday present. And it changed that he became happy. So I said, I'll get it on my credit card. But I knew that we went to a store and bought a gift. But then I see him after we buy this gift, and I want to say the store was Target that we went into. After we bought this gift, and Target is a symbol of you know who, the enemy. You can't shop there no more because of the satanic thing going on in there. So then I see this man in his house. The house is like dark, no light of God in there, and he was all stoned. If that's all you are all day is stoned, you don't have no light on, you will go to hell. And that's the truth. Then I hear Jesus say to me again, he said, Christine, are you worshiping Blue October? I said, no. He said, are you sure? So even looking at Blue October or any bands like that with anyone, you are worshiping a false god. That follows a false god. You are not to follow anyone that is in with that type of Illuminati, anything. They are following a false god, not of Jesus. You got to immediately stop watching any of it and listening to it. So that's what I was told about that. And then after all that, I hear the band Default playing, and I'm listening to the music, and Jesus is listening to the music, and he says, Christine, I do not like any music from the Illuminati ever. You are never to listen to any music ever again of the enemy. And he says, that is a lust. You're lusting after a false god situation, and you have to ask for forgiveness from that. And that's the message today, because it is wrote in the Word of God. You should not have any gods before me. No any other gods before me, or follow them. Could you imagine the disciples going to a concert that those people did an oath to Satan? It would never happen. They would never enter the kingdom. That's like a slap in God's face. So we have to immediately stop following all music, and that's a warning for everyone, including me, because we're in the end of days. It was told to me that America is the great mystery Babylon whore. On this channel, you will go through all my videos. If you go listen to this message and look at all the warnings from God and all the visitations from Jesus Christ audibly and physically there, showing me everything, and those warnings and those messages, I would ask you to please go look and see what the truth is going on here now. So that's the message for the day. In that Blue October dream with that credit card, with that man that was looking to get a gift for his friend, when I said I would use my credit card, this is like an important part of the dream that I forgot to entail the whole thing, intricacy of it. When I seen that, I seen like a credit card hold up, and then I seen like numbers going all the way like across, and these numbers, they were somewhat going up and somewhat going down, and I knew strangely inside my being that that's the only thing that's keeping the earth afloat right now, is the debt of that. And once that goes south, it's not going to be good, but it's still holding. You know, praying for things does help, so we need to continually pray. And if you're spending your money, we're going to get into harder times. And I could say, you know, try not to go into debt anymore with this system. You know, try to pay ahead on some of your other bills. You know, I know it's hard, but that's all I have to say about the credit card. That the system is just barely holding at a. This number was so big, I couldn't. You couldn't get into like how much debt that was. So it's barely holding, and it was going up and going down, going up and going down. So just barely. So I'm adding this to the message because it was important.